Well, my story actually starts back when I was in high school, so over 30 years ago. I have dealt with sciatic nerve pain since I was in high school. I was very active in sports and also competed horseback riding. I was a barrel racer. I've been a barrel racer since I was a child. Um, my sciatic nerve pain got really bad when I was in high school. I had been to different doctors, done physical therapy, and the only thing that they could tell me was, here's some more pills, try these, we'll see if these work. So over the years, I didn't want to take pills. I just dealt with the pain. Fast forward to 2022, was the worst year yet. My pain was so bad that I didn't enjoy riding. I could hardly ride my horse without being in tears. Last August, it was so bad. My friend Fonda Nelson sat me down and we were talking, and she had just found LifeVantage herself, and she was telling me all about it. And that was one of the worst weekends I had had in 2022. I literally could not get off my horse. I sat in tears and waited for someone to come help me because I could not get off. I went to Fonda in extreme pain, and we talked to LifeVantage. I researched for a little while about it and pulled the trigger and have been so happy ever since. I started with the Tri-Stack. My sciatic pain got significantly better. I no longer had to wake up in the morning and walk my hands up my legs so I could stand up straight. I could actually get out of bed and stand up straight without pain. Once I added the collagen, it was a whole different story. I have no pain anymore. I can ride my horse and be happy. I don't have to worry about not being able to get off. I can get off my horse. Not only has it helped with my physical pain, but for years I've had problems sleeping. I work a very high stress job and my mind would never shut off at night. Since I have been on LifeVantage products and added the collagen, I can sleep without prescription meds anymore and sleep the whole night and not have any problems waking up and not being able to go back to sleep. So it has been a complete game changer for me. My knees no longer crack like they used to. I literally felt like my Rice Krispies were in my knees because every time I would stand up, they would pop and crack. From years of being a softball catcher, that's what I contribute it to. And they don't crack anymore. I have no pain in my knees. I feel amazing.
Wow. Ooh, this stuff fun. So I thank you so much for that story, right? And I love that a friend brought it to you, right? And I think that's kind of at the core of what this is. And thank you all for being here, on a Thursday night and late, as long as this has been. But there's people that need to hear this, and hopefully there'll be more that be able to hear this. It took a friend. And I love the fact that you did the research, you trusted the friend, you did a little homework, but then you pulled the trigger, and the difference in your life is. So I want to talk about a couple of things here. Number one, we go back to the same idea, like because her body is making those enzymes to repair faster, as well as making more energy, and then you give it the right activated collagen, her body can start going through that process of going in. I'm going to work on this area. I'm going to work on the back. I'm going to work on the knees. I'm going to work on the joints. Your body has a hierarchy of what's most important, and it's going to start working on those. And as that happens, then your body can be in a different state where it can function at a higher level, which means that it's aging more gracefully, where you can ride off into the sunset on your horse, right? And with being able to ride and do those things, that obviously has brought more joy back into you, which has probably quieted your brain some. So not only from just the physical aspect of how your body is absorbing the nutrients, probably the intestinal tract is functioning, and some of those medications that you're on were probably damaging some of your intestinal tract, right? Because that's kind of what they do with time. There's less stressors happening on your system, plus mentally you're feeling better. So there's a lot of different things going on. But the bottom line is what I love about all these stories, we take about all these stories, right? And whether you're talking about someone said, hey, what with the catcher, right? So we've all had different injuries growing up, and your body's always trying to like repair them. It just is. But does it have the capacity? It has the desire, it has the know-how, but does it have the reserves? Does it have the capacity to do so? It's really dependent upon how activated it is, right? But you look at the variety of stories that we've heard across the board, different body type, different, male, female, ages, just, professions, locations. But the foundation, if the individual is a mammal and they're not activating their Nrf2 pathway, which regulates the repair cycle of a cell and producing what's called antioxidants, and you're not turning on the mitochondria, which is the Nrf1, which allows the body to manufacture more energy and make the energy producer called the mitochondria, and you're not producing the NAD, then there's a capacity limit that you're not getting the benefit of. And then you combine that with the collagen that helps support all the barriers of your body. Think of it, all the membranes of your body, every cell that keeps the right stuff coming in, the right stuff not coming in, and the right stuff going out, where it can regulate and communicate and coordinate, and then actually start repairing those tissues. That's why we're seeing such a vast variety of stories and influence, whether it's somebody, hey, I just want a better performance, or I just want to pick up my grandchild, or like, I just want to be able to go to work and not hurt. And I'm going to say everybody say, well, how much did it cost? Right? That's going to happen. What is it costing you to live the life you are right now? Right? Or the cost of not living the way you want to right now. We all have a cost. Yeah, there's stuff we're doing right now, whether it's the amount of physical therapy. And Eileen, I love Eileen. Like, I've cost her a lot of money, guys, over the years. I really have. Like, she's come to see me a lot. I make way less money off Eileen than I ever have. Right? Her physicians make way less money on her than they ever have. Right? Because if the body is able to perform and do the things that it's designed to do in a better way, we don't need that extra outside support. So to me, there's a cost of not doing these products that far outweighs the cost of doing them. But at whatever level you are, I'd say too, I'd rather you take a half a dose of everything consistently forever if you needed to budget. Because I feel you're gonna get much better results doing that than just trying to do something without this, like without activation. I just think that you're missing the boat. I think you're missing an opportunity that could drastically impact your life. So thank you guys all for your stories and for giving me a chance to go through this. And for those of you that love the science, you want to know the mechanism and the genes and all that, great. Dive into that, but don't share it with most people. Like, unless they have insomnia and they can't sleep, that's too much. Right? Share these stories, right? Share what their passion. And I love all these stories because it's helped remind me why I do this. Right? It reminds me why I do this. But if we aren't giving the people the chance, like, they're probably struggling and just looking for a solution. But yeah, read the studies when they come out, and they're really cool. They're really fascinating. But it just confirms what we're seeing. It confirms what you're seeing. At the end of the day, I would rather hear Eileen's story and see her pick up her grandkid than I would reading the science.